A pregnant woman begging for money on the street with a young boy drove away in a Mercedes. An outraged viewer contacted Team 10 after snapping pictures of that scene. Team 10 troubleshooter Kristen Severance joins us now with more. Kristen.
Yes, so this 10 News viewer said she'd wondered the story behind this woman for 2 months. Then she said she saw her get into her Mercedes and drive away. She wants you to know what happened in case you see the same woman asking for money.
Right there on the corners.
Melissa Smith said she saw this pregnant panhandler and her son at this Eastlake Plaza every weekend.
I felt bad. I mean, there's a pregnant lady with a little boy and is down on her luck. The dad comes out on the weekends and stands with them.
She held a cardboard sign.
Please help.
And plenty of people did.
Lots of people giving the money.
Smith said she was getting gas when she saw the couple at the usual spot.
They were leaving and I noticed they went into a Mercedes-Benz. And I thought, wow, a Mercedes-Benz?
She shook her head, got in her car, and drove away.
Lo and behold, they were in front of us. And here they are, counting money, laughing. Their little boy's not in a car seat or a seatbelt. He's all the way in the front seats with them.
Smith watched them drive to another plaza on Bonita Road.
She sits there with the sign. He goes, parks the Mercedes, and they put up the sign, and not less than 5 minutes, here she is getting money from all these people.
She took pictures of the woman and little boy. She said the woman saw her.
And next thing I know, she picks up this big boulder about this big, goes over her head. So I don't know if pregnant people can do that, but it was pretty big over her head and coming at me with this rock.
Another witness saw the whole thing and called 911.
She grabs her little boy and takes off through the middle of the parking lot.
Police told Team 10 they did respond, but the couple had left. Smith gave Team 10 the license plate number 2. We ran the plates. The car came back belonging to a woman. Her address was listed here at this apartment complex in Encinitas. No answer. I left my card and a note to call me. We went in the evening and during the day. A woman called me back but said she had just moved in. The people living there had picked up and left. Smith said she wants people to know about this couple before they find a new place to panhandle with their son in tow.
I feel bad, like, don't give these people money. They don't need it. They're driving a Benz.
Now, we have been getting calls and tips about where this woman is. We're checking out one of those tips right now, and this story has really struck a chord online. Thousands of people have been sharing and commenting on our 10 News Facebook page. Homeless advocates say, though, you shouldn't give people money, but there are plenty of things you can do to make sure your donations go to the right people. We have a list of suggestions from experts on 10news.com. Just go to the Team 10 section and click on this story. I'm Team 10 troubleshooter Kristen Severance.
Y'all heard the news, right? The southern border in Texas is still letting migrants in, and guess what? The gov's hand.
It's a Team 10 story grabbing headlines around the world tonight and angering San Diegans. A pregnant woman begging for money with her young son, then driving off in her Mercedes. Team 10 has been trying to track down this woman, and just hours ago, a viewer's possible signing led 10 News to this Vons parking lot in University City.
Is this you right here? Is this you right there begging on the street?
And tonight we took the images from the two panhandlers to a facial recognition expert.
And 10 News reporter Emily Valdez is live at the Vons tonight. And Emily, what happened when you confronted this woman?
Well, I can tell you she was a bit on the surprise side. So she's a familiar face to hundreds of thousands of people after a 10 News story about her begging, and her Mercedes-Benz went viral tonight. A viewer spotted her here at this Vons in University City, and this is also where we came out and confronted her. Team 10 story about a pregnant woman begging for money with a boy, then getting into a Mercedes-Benz and driving off laughing has gone viral. A viewer took these photos of the pregnant beggar and the little boy panhandling in Bonita. The viewer says the woman is sometimes joined by a man. That's him driving the Mercedes.
Yeah, I just thought it was interesting that they were out here in a completely different area.
Viewer Rebecca Smith saw the 10 News story and recognized the family begging at this Vons on Regents Road in University City. She contacted us and we went to the Vons.
You know, they didn't say very much. He was holding the sign.
It looks like the same woman, similar purse, similar shoes. And it looks like the same little boy in the photos. She was pregnant before. Tuesday night, she's holding an infant. 10 News sent the old and new images of the woman to facial recognition expert Kent Gibson. He used a computer program called Face Forensic, which returned an 80% match, and that means it's most likely the same woman. I'm with 10 News. Hi. Is this you right here? Is this you right there begging on the street? No. That's not you. No speak English? I asked him where the car was in Spanish. No, ¿dónde está su coche? Mercedes? No? He said, what Mercedes? Then they switched from Spanish to another language. Then they walked away from us. We followed them to see what kind of car they were in this time. Not a Mercedes, but a minivan with dealer plates. They got into it and sped off.
I just find it sad that people would go to this extreme.
We don't know why they're begging for money, but what we do know by the viral Team 10 story is that people don't like beggars who drive really nice cars. All right, and they were parked in the far part of the parking lot when they sped out. We also did notice that they did not put the kids in a car seat, and that's the same scenario as we had in the earlier reports. Live in University City, Emily Valdez, 10 News.
Check out the new Viking 1000 amp lithium ion jump starter. It fits in your glove box, can hold.
Team 10's story about a pregnant panhandler seen getting into a Mercedes-Benz continues to make headlines around the world. New tonight, an expert told Team 10 troubleshooter Kristen Severance she knows the story behind the scene that's gone viral. Kristen?
Yeah, so I talked to Team 10 police sources about this woman. I also connected with a retired detective with 25 years experience through my Facebook page after posting the story. They all agree about this woman's MO and possible backstory.
That's just classically going to play the heartstrings.
Leslie Albrecht saw Team 10's story on the pregnant panhandler spotted getting into a Mercedes-Benz. We showed her the video when Team 10 caught up with a woman with a young boy, infant, and man. What did you think immediately?
Gypsies.
Albrecht retired from the San Diego Police Department 4 months ago after 25 years of service. She spent 15 years as a detective, 9 years studying the criminal side of what she calls the Rami people.
We have a community that has people migrated from Romania that are phenomenal, law-abiding, good citizens.
Albrecht makes it clear she is not talking about them.
I'm talking about the element of folks who have come originally from Romania, and they're Rom gypsies, and proudly say they are.
She's convinced the Benz beggar, man, and children are a part of this subculture. How are you so sure?
The MO is on the money. They absolutely follow exactly what I've seen a million times.
The man used Spanish during the conversation at Vaughn's and then used another language when talking with the woman.
When he speaks directly to her.
Albrecht said it sounded like Rami.
And that is their native language. And that's what they'll start speaking to one another if someone's around that has an idea they might be fraudulent, and then they disappear quickly.
She said multiple cars are often used in their schemes. They were seen in a Mercedes the one day, a van with dealer plates the next. She said children are often used as well.
And they'll use the babies any way they can. The children will not go to school. Their job, their future is the family business, and the family business is scheming.
Albrecht said she had to work with police departments across the state and country because these families will pick up and move in an instant. She believes that this group has most likely moved on to another area, but we continue to get tips and sightings. I'm Team 10 troubleshooter Kristen Severance.